approaches did you take to parenting when you had children? What are the particular values and principles you emphasize in raising your family?
I'm very grateful for the education of two parents. So my husband was very good in teaching our children in very simple words the phase. Always after pledge, he gave a little lesson to them appropriate for their age. And then we made it nice. We had some sweets also too. So they were excited to get up for pledge in the morning. And, actually I was a family daycare provider, and I had always many children in our house from early in the morning until in the evening. And I felt it was very good influence on our children to be with other children. I don't remember our two girls fighting. I don't know. I think they were distracted because there were many other children around, and I think our elder daughter is also really nice to take care of her younger sister. But it was easy to raise up our children, I felt. We always went to church with them, and I was also Sunday school teacher for them. And then when they got older, especially our elder daughter, she was a Sunday school teacher already before getting matched. And also both of our children went to STA for Generation Peace Academy, where they really took, especially our elder daughter, really owned her faith and came very close to True Mother, and came to us and said, now I want to get matched. I don't know, I felt just kind of common sense. I cannot remember any kind of special methods that I used, but I felt always very loved by my husband, and I felt that helps me to give love to the children. We had kind of a public home where I had a family daycare business in our home, where blessed families brought their children, and other people who were not members also brought their children. I think it was good for living for the sake of others and growing up together.
I think the decision to have the daycare was an expression of the values that we tried to raise our children by. My wife, we came to have a discussion. She's got a nursing degree, and if you're a nurse in America, you can make good money. And we were missionaries in India, coming back, students now at UTS. So money was needed. And so I'm thinking, and I'm looking around us, even other student families, the wife is a nurse, and that family is doing very well economically because of the nursing degree and the money that is being made. So I'm thinking, money in the bank right here, and not that gross, but something like that. I'm thinking, that will be good for us. And then my wife said, I want to open a daycare instead of being a nurse. And her reason, I couldn't argue. She said, because I want to be with our children. If I'm a nurse, we can make more money, but I can't be with our children so much. So that decision, I think, has been kind of a priority in our life. And then, for example, we would try to go and visit. My parents passed away early, but her parents were there, but they're in Austria. So again, going to Austria with four people is not inexpensive, but we need to do that because they need to be connected to, that side of the family, and that's the only parental side that they have. So we just made the sacrifice. We have priorities. We have financial limitations, but we've also got priorities above that, and your priorities have to be clear. And so we would go every summer to Austria to be on the farm, spend several weeks with them, and try to have vacations together, do things together, bicycle together, go to eat ice cream together, and those memories will be special. Camping, yeah. We tried to do many things together. So. You need both. You need to be a good couple first. And if you have that unity of, togetherness, then God will work through that. So ideas that I don't think of come to me in what should I say to the children? How do I teach? What do we do? What activities should we do? It became very clear to me that the union of man and woman together allows God to work more fully than just the man alone. And also us discussing it together. Well, what do you think? Who should do this? Who should do that? And we kind of decided I'm more of the authoritarian, and if the children get out of line, then I will take the opportunity to correct and to punish, and then to restore that relationship. So the way I would do that is if they did something wrong, then I would just spank them, once on the bottom side and say, go to your room. And they would go to the room and cry, obviously. So I would listen outside the door, and when they stopped crying, then I would walk into the room. Then they would cry again, just looking at my face, And then I would just hold them and, let them cry again. And I was telling them, you've done something wrong, boom, but I still love you, boom. And that was the message, unspoken message at that time. And then after you do that, whatever you say afterwards is like a teaching moment. It will go directly into their heart. Well, okay, what have you done wrong? And how you can correct it. You can go say sorry to your sister, or sorry to, your mother, or whatever it might be. And they will do that. They will want to do that. So it's not imposed, but it's comes from an educational, artistic kind of connection with the children.
Actually, my husband traveled a lot. I mean, we worked, it's not so much at home. I was at home with the children more. But still, he always called every day. So we were connected, and I felt his support. So I never felt trouble. It was not too difficult to raise up our children, 2 children. And I like to do fun things together with them. And we had bicycles, and there was a swimming pool. And
Pogo stick.
Pogo stick, yeah. But that was a Christmas present, I think, for our children. Each got a pogo stick, which was hard to learn. My husband, Robert, he challenged our younger daughter to not give up.
And complementing that, no one has understanding of the fall of man related to the misuse of love. That's why when we tell our young people, if they look at the young people dancing, singing,